It is Sunday night. It's January 14th, 2024. So you know what that means. A brand new episode of the Kicking Out Podcast is live on the Kicking Out Podcast YouTube channel, on our X page, and on our Facebook page. Follow us on all of those at Kicking Out Pod if you haven't already. I'm Tanner Lee, the wise man, Paul Zartman in the house, and Father of the Year, Mr. Mama Wayne. Sunday night, Shep also joining us. Fellas, how we doing?
Absolutely.
Doing fantastic.
Yeah, I kind of like the Sunday Night Shep or Mr. Sunday Night. Could have played off RVD there. He was Mr. Monday Night. I think we're in for a fun one. If
I like Sundays because you know why? I can start drinking earlier than during the weeknight.
That's true. So anything like if it was anything like last week's debut episode for 2024, we're in for a treat, Paul.
Yes, we are, and that's okay because it was fun.
It was a great time. See some people already watching on YouTube. Appreciate you tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell if you haven't already, so you always know when Sunday Night Shep's on. Hit that notification bell. So
yes.
All right, Paul. Well, I think you got a question for Shep like you always do every week.
I do, and Shep kind of teased it to us earlier in our group chat. So, Shep, what are we drinking tonight?
This one is well, you guys probably didn't know me this long ago. Tanner, maybe. Paul, you didn't. But back in the day, when I was more of a beer drinker, there was one beer in the winter that I would just love. I'd drink a 6-pack a night, which was nothing to be proud of, right? But anyways, I was going through the liquor store the other day, getting some stuff for the playoff games, football games, which I hope we don't get in trouble with copyright behind me. There's the game.
You'll be fine as long as no audio is playing. You're fine.
Perfect. Goodell's a bastard anyways for the
yes, he is.
Peacock, so selfish bitch. Anyways, he's like Eric Bischoff. But I was walking through the aisle and this caught my eye. They changed the label and we're drinking Samuel Adams cherry wheat, Michigan cherries. So it's close to home, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Love this stuff. And it's so good. I got a nice frosty mug here.
Samuel Adams is one of those beers where I like all their flavors. It's good stuff. Oktoberfest or summer one. I've never had the one Shep's drinking. I'm gonna have to try that sometime.
Oh my god, this one's I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for one of these all day. I just had to settle with freaking kettle all day long. It just sucked. But now I can have one of these. This is my last one. I drank 5 of them last night watching the Chili Bowl. So
I am.
So in other words, Shep's going to be done with that here in the next minute.
I just got one of my old faithfuls here. So Coors Banquet, one of my old faithfuls.
Well,
kicking off with coffee in the normal people scare me mug, and then I've got some iced tea too.
Nice.
Tanner's as Stokely would say, you're the classy bitch.
I'm the classy bitch.
Drinking the banquet beer. That's what Stokely would say.
He would.
Yeah.
Yep. But Shep, you were talking about the Chili Bowl last night. There was tons of wrestling going on last night.
Oh my God. So I had 2 laptops going and the TV behind me going and my phone. I watched Collision. I watched some GCW on Friday night, and I tried to watch as much of the New Japan show as I could, plus watching the Chili Bowl. And I had to finish it this morning, which I was able to finish the main event of Collision this morning, which was a great main event.
Yeah, it was. Yes,
great main event. Yeah. I have my DVR set up to automatically DVR Dynamite and Collision. It did not DVR Battle of the Belts, so I had to cheat and read that online. So,
yeah, thank God for YouTube TV because I didn't have mine recorded either, but I could go back and search for it, and I was able to watch it. But you have to watch the commercials; you can't fast forward through the commercials that way. So,
yeah, but kind of the same way with Hulu. That way, if you don't remember to record something, at least it's on demand.
Right. So I caught up with Collision fully today and Battle of the Belts. So yeah. So But
I think I sent this to you guys earlier today. It was Matt Cardone says, "Welcome to 2024. It's a hell of a time to be a wrestling fan. So everybody quit bitching about the stuff they don't like and find something you do like and enjoy." I thought it was a great tweet.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we're a podcast for anybody that might be listening or viewing for one of our episodes for the first time. Our podcast, we talk primarily about AEW because that's our favorite promotion, but we like other promotions too. We like other wrestlers and other promotions, so occasionally we will talk about other things. And we're a proponent of watch your wrestling. I mean, don't make fun of somebody for watching if they're WWE only. That's fine. If they're GCW only, that's fine. If they like bit of everything, great. I mean, I just don't understand the tribalism on online of pro wrestling fans just bullying each other. The more the better for everybody in the industry. So,
yeah,
I am excited. Go ahead, Shep.
No. I'm just saying it's a good problem to have a Saturday night where I did not have enough devices to watch all the wrestling.
Yeah, because 5 years ago we didn't have that. I mean, it was
we had nothing on a Saturday night.
No.
Nope. But I was gonna say, now I forget what I was gonna say. Thanks.
You're drinking iced tea too, Paul.
Yeah.
Coffee right now. But I was at a wrestling event last night, so my brain's all kind of flustered.
Yeah, Paul is supporting the indies. Love it.
Yeah, go out and support your indie wrestling promotions.
That is the truth.
Most of the guys you watch on the big league stuff right now got their start in an indie promotion. So
got their teeth
go out
somewhere.
and support them.
Yep. Well, we will
remember what I was going to say, but
if it comes back to just tune in, chime in, whatever. But we have a lot of AEW to talk about. 4 different shows, starting with Wednesday's Dynamite. It was Homecoming Edition from Daly's Place. I love that they go back to Daly's Place once a year because something about that place just feels special. It's all from the pandemic era. I mean, they did live shows there from March 2020 through June 2021. So, AEW is only 5 years old now, and so a good chunk of their existence was their Daly's Place. Granted, a lot of it wasn't with crowd in attendance, but still some great memories that are made. And whenever they go back there, even though the venue's set for about 3,000, you're gonna get a hot crowd and some fun angles and storylines are gonna come out of it. And I thought Wednesday night delivered.
I like how they set up the entrance ramp different too.
Yes.
I was going to comment on that. To have some more seating available for fans to sit up there as well.
Yeah, it changes it up a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, that way it's not the same old boring setup every time they're at Daly's Place.
And when he originally at Daly's Place, if you remember correctly, like the first week they had a different camera angle than all the rest of the weeks after that. Tony Khan got that idea for the rest of the weeks off South Park. Off the wrestling episode. He liked the way it was shot and switched it up. So, yeah. But what were some of your guys' big takeaways from Wednesday night?
Go for it, Paul.
Man, where can you start? There's a lot of good storytelling, a lot of building. We see Samoa Joe come out and, say, look, I'm the champion, kind of redesigned the belt a little bit. I don't think MJF had the side nameplates on it, did it?
I don't think any champion has until now.
Samoa Joe, yeah. No. I don't know if that's going to be something that goes forward or if we're going to kind of see like we've kind of seen with the belts where each champion gets to kind of personalize it for themselves, which I like that. Because then if you have a guy that you're a fan of and they have their custom belt, you can go get that version of it over the just generic one. We see of course Swerve come out and challenge Joe, and then Hangman comes out and says, hey, don't forget about me, I'm still here, so I think the Joe champion picture is going to widen a little more. Of course, I don't see Joe dropping it right away, but
that was going to be my question. How long do you think? Predict how long? And I'm not saying you can, cash in on your predictions here, but I mean, I don't see him making it through the summer with it.
I think he drops
No.
it at Double or Nothing, so that's in May, so about 5-month run.
Yeah, that's about what I was predicting too. Double or Nothing. Most he'll make it's All In. If he's champion
Yeah,
walking in
that'd be a
All
good
In, I'd be
eighth month.
surprised.
Yeah, 8-month run there. That'd be through quite a few pay-per-views. I think I like where they're going with this. I mean, if it looks like what they're going to do, I could be wrong. We got 2 months before it, but it looks like we're going to get probably a triple threat at Revolution between Hangman, Swerve, and Joe, which I like. My only question to you guys is, assuming Joe doesn't drop that, then do we get another Swerve Hangman match at a pay-per-view again, or do one of those guys become the number one contender out of that and face Joe at Double or Nothing?
Well, I mean, he's gonna owe Adam Cole a shot when he's healthy, right? Because they did business together.
True.
So can Cole make it back by May?
It's a great question.
See, that's why I say maybe All In, just to give him, 8 months to heal. They battle it out overseas. Cole wins it, and then Joe can use the angle of, we were across the pond. That messed with my head, so I wasn't 100%.
And MJF could be back by then. Ospreay's going to be in the company by then. So a lot of different directions you could go. And we also saw Hook confront Joe because they're going to face each other this upcoming Wednesday on Dynamite. I don't see Hook winning the title, but I am intrigued to see how long this match is going to be.
Look, you can't just have a no-name nobody come in and challenge for the belt. It doesn't work like that.
Can't hinder gender.
God. I think it goes 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah.
No more.
I do like what they did with Hook, though, with like the Batman kind of spotlight. That's new. I like that. I thought that was a nice little touch.
Yeah, that was interesting. Kind of does show that AEW is trying to put the spotlight on Hook.
Well, it's been interesting how they've used him because, I mean, he's got a great record. He's only got one loss, and that was to Jack Perry. But, at first he was wrestling a ton. And then they kind of, you wouldn't see him for a while. And now he's the FTW champion. But
you were going to say something, Shep, and I want to hear it. I know. I think I know where you're going to go, but I want to hear this.
Well, you brought up Jack Perry, which I have not been the highest on in the past.
Right.
I've been pretty at one point. I was like, man, he could be the future. But then I got pretty down on him. But since you brought him up, it just made me think. The guy shows up out of nowhere. We haven't seen him since Memorial Day weekend, right, in London.
Yep, all in.
And he was suspended because of Paul's cousin, CM Punk. They got into it. I don't know. They're biting each other's arm, throwing glasses at each other, whatever happened, right? Throwing dogs and whatever.
Fingering each other's buttholes.
Wow. That turned left. Anyways.
I was in a locker room last night. What do you expect?
Anyways, he shows up out of nowhere at a New Japan event Saturday night in the Valley.
Yeah.
Attacks a New Japan talent, gets in the ring, opens up his jacket, brings out a letterhead that had AEW letterhead on it. I obviously couldn't read it, but we all assumed it was his AEW contract, and shreds it in the New Japan ring and leaves. I loved it. Absolutely.
And the armband that said scapegoat.
Yeah, armband said scapegoat. Absolutely loved it. He had a thicker beard. He looked pissed off at the world. We know there's a relationship between AEW and New Japan. Obviously, Mox was on the event. Kingston was on the event. So, but he's pissed at AEW, right? I got suspended for no reason, right? Because of an asshole in the locker room. So he's got something to bitch about. So I almost really think this was the perfect comeback or way to reintroduce him in professional wrestling the way they did it. And I'm sure Tony Khan had a hand on it. We all assume he's still under contract with AEW.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he wasn't.
Yeah. But he looked I was listening to the two jackalopes on Busted Open this morning.
Justin LeBar, and I always forget the other guy's name.
Yeah. They're nice guys. Well, they seem like nice guys. I don't know them, but they don't go on the rants that LaGreca does. So
right.
They're Sunday talent.
Few do. Very few do. Let's be honest.
Right. It's true. But they were like, look, he looks pissed off at the word. He looks bitter, big, thick beard now. Perfect. I think this is, we always harp on TK that he has no storytelling. I think he's got a little foundation here. So he brought it up. So I went on my rant of Jack Perry and New Japan. And supposedly they have an event coming up in Chicago.
In April
at the 10,000 seat Wintrust Arena. AEW knows that arena very well. So he's supposedly going to be on that card. So I'm excited. I would probably buy the card anyways, but definitely going to buy it now.
Yeah. Moxley and Naito on that card. There was another match or two I saw already announced too. So yeah, in New Japan, getting some good stuff going already in 2024 for sure. TNA, we haven't mentioned TNA, and I know we'll get back to Dynamite, but TNA had their Hard to Kill pay-per-view last night. Nick Nemeth shows up after the main event. So Nick Nemeth's in New Japan. He's in TNA, possibly doing something with Cardona and GCW. Guys everywhere. Love it.
Love it. Did you see the picture of the two ladies in the skybox watching TNA last night?
Yep. Mercedes and Bailey, which is awesome. Supporting their friend. Trinity. Yeah. I mean, people are trying to make it a bigger thing out of it than it was, but yeah,
they were just there to enjoy the pay-per-view and watch their friend in what was to be her last match in the company. And they didn't want to go sit with the fans because then they knew a bigger deal would be made out of it. So they sat up in the skybox with hats and sunglasses and hoodies on to try to go incognito.
Remember when Mercedes debuted for New Japan in the States back out in California? I'm pretty sure Trinity and Bailey were in the crowd for that match as well.
Yep.
Yeah, because the rumors started that Bailey was going to leave and go to New Japan. And I think that's why she kind of went more incognito this time, is because she's trying to prevent those rumors again.
Yeah, she ain't leaving.
No, she's not.
She ain't leaving. So
you got a better chance of Undertaker showing up in AEW than Bailey leaving.
Oh my God, it's the Mortician, not the Undertaker. I don't know what he'd be called. Mark Calloway. I don't know.
Probably Mark Calloway.
Yeah,
mean Mark Calloway.
Mean Mark.
Go old school.
I thought the opener Dynamite was really good. Hangman versus Claudio. Yeah, man, those guys brought it. Yeah, they got tons of time. I mean, 20 minutes at least, if not a little more.
Now, there wasn't. I mean, that to me, great match. Would love to watch them again, but they really felt like a throw together. Like there's really no.
Yeah, it was just kind of Hangman wanted to fight, and so Tony's like, "Here's one of our toughest guys."
Claudio answered, yeah.
So, but that was fun. Hangman, of course, got the win because he's starting to get a little push. I mean, I know Swerve's getting a hard push with the company, but Hangman's kind of getting a co-push right there along with Swerve, it feels like. We saw the two Brody Lee tribute matches, which I had no problem with. I know a lot of people complained about them because they just kind of, like you were saying, Shep, kind of just thrown together. It was kind of weird to see Preston Vance on the face team when he's been a heel for a year and a half, 2 years now.
And still comes out with all the heel stuff.
Yeah, that was kind of odd, but it was fine for what it was. It was cool seeing the tribute gear that Preston was wearing, Adam Copeland was wearing, that Anna Jay was wearing in the women's match. And, of course, Preston and Anna Jay get the falls for their teams. So,
well, Preston was handpicked by Brody.
Yep, and Anna was too.
And I feel like that's probably why they put him on the face team. Like, at first it didn't make a lot of sense. But, man, the more I watch him, boy, you talk about a guy that's got the look. I mean, we haven't heard him talk a lot, obviously. But, yeah, I mean, he looks like $1 million. He looks like he's a typical Connecticut wrestler to me.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? He's a typical Connecticut wrestler, but
that's where I was going to say when you were done is, AEW's got to be careful how they handle him, especially as his contract comes to an end, because those boys up in Connecticut would pick him up in a heartbeat.
Good shit.
They'd probably put him in NXT though.
Probably,
which would be fine, but
or keep him off TV for 6 months.
There's a lot of matches in NXT I would rather watch than they're on Raw and SmackDown. I don't watch it 100% religiously, but there's been some damn good matches over the NXT history, especially back in those takeovers with Andrade and Gargano and Ciampa. I mean, those were just freaking bangers.
The gold and black era was something special of NXT. And then they tried to redesign it to 2.0. And I will say Shawn Michaels has done a good job this past year getting it back on track. But
the gold. I mean, you had Kevin Owens, you had Sami Zayn,
you had Malachi Black,
you had one of my
Adam Cole.
One of my favorites was the debut of the Demon, all the demons with Finn.
Yep.
I mean, he put on some hellacious matches. Yeah, and the Undisputed Era and Cole.
Even though the guy's a garbage human being and an asshole, Velveteen Dream for a while was a hot act there. Even though
he just apologized. He
can try all he wants.
He's trying to make amends. He's
trying.
He's reaching.
Yeah.
We'll see him in the NWA 49 here in Cleveland, Ohio.
That's true. Yeah, Billy will sign him up.
Billy all over him.
Yeah. Majin's reeling us back in. So, guys, this is an AEW podcast, not an NXT one.
Hey, Majin,
we'll get there.
Hey, Majin, there's a shirt that we sell called Rabbit Hole.
Yeah,
there's a reason we sell it.
Yeah. What'd you guys think of the Sammy and Ricky Starks match the other night?
I wanted more of it.
Yeah.
I think give these guys 20, 25 minutes.
Yes. These guys, I mean, as you're looking at younger talent, and we'll call them homegrown talent, give them a 60-minute Iron Man match on a pay-per-view. Doesn't need to be for a belt. Just have it. Just to say, who's the better wrestler of the two of us.
I liked Sammy's gear. It was Buzz Lightyear themed.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a good match, fun match. I was surprised that's twice now that Sammy had pinned Ricky for the win.
Yeah.
A little storytelling here just because they had the match at Battle of the Belt. Right. But yeah, I could take Sammy and Ricky all day long and just throw Jericho and dipshit Bill in the corner. So.
Well, they came out after the match, and what did you guys think about AEW playing Judas the whole entire time while Jericho was out there? We all know what they were trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Trying to drown out the booze. That, in my opinion, that's what they were trying to do.
Yeah, and it's like going back to the last two Stadium Stampedes that Mox was in. We played Wild Thing for like 10 minutes of the match. It's kind of how I felt. I know they were trying to boo out or drown out the booze towards Jericho. But that's kind of what it gave me the feel of is, all right, we're kind of recreating the Mox thing and seeing how it goes over with another song.
I think they thought they were going to get, you could drown out the booze that way, but I think you just have to own up to it and let the fans boo if they're going to boo. Or if you're not worried about it, taking them off TV for a while.
Well,
if
you're that worried about it, you need to make a statement, as in Tony Khan in one of his scrums, and say, look, investigation came back this. The guy's clean. He's good to go. With all the stuff online is just a bunch of junk. If that's the truth, right. then as an owner, you need to come out and clear his name, and eventually the booze will go away. I have a feeling. But if you don't clear his name and you ignore the subject, it's just going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I came out of it thinking, okay, maybe after Battle of the Belts, they just need to write them off TV for a little while. But after how the Battle of the Belts, that match ended, nah, they're not writing them off TV.
No.
So,
No,
Yep.
and he, look, you can't write him off too. He doesn't have a lot left. Okay, let's be honest. So
couple years.
yeah, a couple years. I mean, he got his cruise coming up. What, next month? Into this month? When is it?
Into this month, yeah. Rumble weekend.
So anyway, speaking of that, did you see that 2 years ago on his first cruise? He got knocked out by MVP on his first cruise.
It was 5 years ago.
Has it been that many years? He's
Yeah.
had the damn cruise.
Mhm.
Okay.
But yeah, that was reported by Body Slam, and Sean Ross Sapp confirmed it too. That MVP. I've heard stories on podcasts and different things over the years. MVP is a pretty good shoot fighter. You don't want to mess with the guy.
Well, he was on one of the maybe it was one of the WWE docs they did, and the upbringing that he went through. You know, he tried to rob a cruise ship.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy had enough cojones to rob a cruise ship. Why would you want to back talking?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
That was actually the first time I watched that. That was before. That was the second time I was introduced to AR Fox. He and AR Fox are tight. And the first time I was introduced to AR Fox, I don't know, at least this is my tie to AEW, I guess, was the documentary that followed Austin Theory around. It was on one of the Vice docs, and they followed Austin Theory and Darby in Evolve when Darby and Ethan Page had those like awful matches. Well, they were good matches, but they were just like Darby got cut open by a shovel and wasn't going to take
his head.
Yeah, wasn't going to take an ambulance ride to get all the stitches and stuff. And they followed Austin Theory, and that's when AR Fox was on that as well.
Yep.
But yeah. Why would you want to piss off MVP anyways? And second of all, this even pisses me off even more. Why the hell is Big Show going on this cruise and trying to work a match? This new cruise.
Is who going on it?
The Big Show, Paul White.
Oh, I thought you said Big Joe. Who the hell's Big Joe?
You might as well call him Big Paul.
Yeah, did you see they made that match to a 4-on-4 tag match now?
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they added Speedball, Mike Bailey, and somebody else, because it's against the Don Callis family. It's against Hobbs and Fletcher and Davis, who's back from injury, and somebody. I'll look it up. And somebody else. I got to look it up now.
Anyways, hope maybe they'll suplex him off the side of the boat into the ocean. Kind of remember when Hollywood Hogan suplexed him off the top of the building with the monster truck matches? You remember that in WCW?
Yes.
He just choke slammed him off the side of a building, and like he showed up the next week on Monday Night Nitro. It's like you just felt like 20 stories, man.
Let's see here. It might be just a 3-on-3 match. It looks like Hobbs and Aussie Open versus Paul White, Mike Bailey, and Jericho.
Where the hell does Bailey come in on that?
He has like 3 matches on the cruise. Hey, the Outrunners are on the cruise.
They should be. They just won down in OVW over the weekend.
So the guest of honor is Paul White. The guest host is Santino Marella. The guest cruise director is supposed to be CJ Perry, but I don't know if she will be because of her finger situation.
That's not getting any better.
No, it's pretty gnarly.
No, talked about, I saw a post that she said, surgeon says they need to see more blood or a second surgery will be required.
Yeah, because you can't lose a digit, man. She's too young to lose a digit.
No.
LaGreca's going to have a live podcast. Got a ton of bands I've never heard of. Paul's probably heard of a lot of them.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, well, I just figured since you work for a radio station.
Sure, that means so much anymore.
All right. Back to Dynamite.
Back to Dynamite.
The main event I thought was awesome. Sting and Darby versus Takeshita and Powerhouse Hobbs. And there were some crazy bumps in this match. But imagine that. It's Sting and Darby.
So I think we should do this as a KOP podcast, an AEW supported podcast. And I'll throw the first $5 in, okay? We're going to start a fund. and we're going to have all of our listeners and followers throw it in. And once we get to a certain amount, we're going to go buy a motorized wheelchair for fucking Darby Allin. Okay? Because the shit he's doing, it ain't, and we've said it ever since you guys have let me join this podcast. I think I've said this, but he can't, it's just not physically possible. Not only with the dive he took, but when he took that spinning toss thing, he should have almost looked like he should have snapped his neck on the bottom rope.
In AEW's ropes are cables. They're thicker than normal ropes. I mean, that could have been catastrophic.
Yeah. So Tanner will put the link in the description next week. I'll throw in the first donation, and then we can maybe have a little AO or a KOP sticker on the side of it when he wheels out to cut his promo.
He is crazy. I mean, he had that bump, which looking back, I wish they would have just thrown him up in the air, which, I mean, that would hurt too. But, and then not only then he has a coffin drop at the end, which I don't know how many feet he was up, 10, 15, but still, it's like, man.
And
no, I don't know any of these bands except Fozzy.
Okay. All right. That makes me feel better.
My one first thing, yeah, the bump he took off the side of the stage through the tables.
Tommy Dreamer was talking about that. He said that's a tough bump for both guys because he said it's always scary when you're jumping backwards onto something and you don't know with no crash pad or anything. He said Hobbs probably took the brunt of it because there was no way he could really tuck his chin. And he said, thank God he has the trapezoids he does, or he could have broke his neck.
Yeah.
But man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Sting, you got to give it to the guy. He doesn't have to be doing this.
No, look, he is making one more run. He knows his days are limited and it's full throttle ahead. So good for you. We appreciate it. Keep it up. Just stay safe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Sting and Darby, of course, get the win. Sting's still undefeated record, and AEW still intact. Majin, good point. He said he had a crash pad. Hobbs. That's a good point. Hobbs just had no crash pad.
Well, if I'm picking a crash pad, Hobbs would be one of my top guys I would pick.
That's true. Him, Brian Cage. Which I don't know how that dude's wrestling with whatever he has torn. He has bruises all up his arm and his pec and everything. But
that's good. Maybe he could disappear for a while in his stupid face paint. He sucks. He needs to stay on ROH, and maybe he needs to go let Nick Gage put him through some freaking light glass and pizza cutter. Maybe he'll, I don't know. Next.
Right. Shep is not part of the Brian Cage fan club. All right.
I am not. And the stupid mohawk. What an idiot.
But after the match, we got a little overrun Wednesday night. After the main event, Shivani gets in the ring, asks Sting who the final opponent's going to be at Revolution. And he tries to go to answer, and then the Young Bucks music hits. The first time we've
was that the Young Bucks or was that Gordon Minshew? He's free now, so I didn't know if the Young Bucks took the ball and went home, so I didn't know we were going to see him for a while. Gordon, he's not in the playoffs anymore, so
Gardner Minshew,
Gordner, where the hell his name is.
Mario Luigi.
He's a backup quarterback. I don't even know his first damn name, even though he's my team, I guess. But
he was a Jag for a while, so he does have that Daily's Place connection.
Yeah, he beat the living shit out of us as a Jags. Cool. That's why we hired him or bought him or whatever we did. Traded for him, whatever.
Yeah. Then you guys don't use your most expensive player on your roster when it's 4th and 1, but that's a podcast in the rabbit hole for another day.
We have a worse GM than Monday Night Raw does. Okay, the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, you could put the SmackDown GM or the Monday Night Raw GM in the Indianapolis Colts, and we win a Super Bowl because our dude's a piece of shit. Anyway,
would you rather have Hornswoggle as GM?
Yes.
But the Young Bucks do come out. We had not seen them since November-ish. And they are sporting a new look. Like Shep said, Gardner Minshew looking mustaches, and they stand there and stare down Darby and Sting. So it sure looks like that's going to be our Revolution match for Sting's last match, Darby and Sting versus the Young Bucks. Your guys' first thoughts on that?
Go ahead, Shep.
Oh, okay. I thought you were getting ready to say something. I was watching. Yes and no. Yes, being the dirt sheet said Tony Khan went to Sting and said, pick your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you want? And it sounds like the Bucks had a lot to do to bring Sting into AEW, that he wanted to keep, I guess, make it full circle. I think if anybody could have a good tag match, I think the Bucks are perfect for that. I think they've been home. Like you said, they've been home since what, early November, right?
Yeah.
I know they were banged up, so hopefully they went home and rested.
Well, we saw them lose to Omega and Jericho at Full Gear in November. That's right. And then, yeah.
Like I said, I think they were banged up, so it was good to go home rested through the holidays, whatever. So I'm okay with this. I'm okay with the new look, maybe new attitude of the Bucks. You know, let's change them up a little bit, because we've had pretty much the same Bucks for the last 5 years. Always trying to be in the elite, and the elite is changed, but the Bucks have stayed, and the foundation. So let's change it up a little bit. So I think this could work if it's done properly. It should work. There's my clear as mud answer.
I like it.
If we're doing a tag team style, I like having the Bucks in there. They've worked with Darby before. I think the Bucks and Darby could carry the match, so Sting doesn't have to do a whole lot. The Bucks can eat a loss if they want Sting to go out on top, or they can go over Sting and get the rub from that as well. Either way, it's not going to hurt or make these guys better either way. So the Bucks, I'm okay with, just because I think they can help carry this match, so Sting doesn't have to do a whole lot.
Nah, and I think Sting does the job because two reasons. The Bucks, like I said, Bucks had a handful to bring him in there. Two, where the match is at, the Greensboro Coliseum, back in the NWA Jim Crockett days, the territory days. And when you left the territory, Tanner, what'd you do?
You gave the next guy the rub.
You gave the next guy the rub. You went back, drank some beer, and you went to the next territory.
Yep.
So I just feel that with the Bucks, been gone for 2 months, kind of laying low. They don't have a lot of momentum right now. What better way to give them some momentum and to beat Sting, to pin Sting, not to pin Darby, to pin Sting.
And the biggest gripe I saw is a lot of people disappointed that's not going to be a singles match. Sounds like that was Sting. I read an article from December 2022, and Sting was saying he didn't want to do a singles match. So, I mean, if that's what the guy wants, that's what the guy wants. If he wants to do a tag match, he wants to do a tag match.
If it was a singles match, it would have to be against Darby, and him putting Darby over, because he's been mentoring Darby ever since he's come back.
Yeah.
So
the only other guy in a perfect world that would have been perfect, and it's not going to happen, we don't want to see it, would have been Ric Flair. Ric Flair proved Wednesday night he can't do nothing. He can barely get out of the goddamn ring.
I thought he was going to have a heart attack.
I mean, I was yelling at the TV, get him out of the ring. I don't want to see him throwing these chops.
Well,
I thought Hobbs was going to put him in the dust.
Well, the first chop was shit. The second chop was good.
Yeah.
And then when Hobbs no-selled it, it was perfect to the poke of the eyes. That little segment I was okay with. But Tanner, you are correct. Then he needs to get to the ground, roll out of the ring, and it was like super slow motion of him trying to get the fuck out of the ring. He couldn't get his back leg over the middle rope.
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah, maybe his pants were too tight. I don't know, but it was terrible. Whatever it was.
I don't know. Hopefully, he went back and had a double tequila and cranberry and soda, because maybe he had too many beforehand. But holy shit.
But I do like the Bucks going against Darby and Sting, because the Bucks are going to sell their ass off for Sting, and it's going to be awesome. Oh, so that's one thing they can do. They can sell. And it's
very true.
I could see the Bucks, obviously, because Flair's in the corner, right? He's been announced he's going to be in the corner. I could see the Bucks bringing a legend back to get in the corner, whether it be Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see Tully Blanchard.
No, he had a kind of bad accident with the company. So
Yeah, I don't think we'll see him.
well, they got a legend, Shep. They got Brandon Cutler.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah.
That'd be like saying they've got Colt Cabana in their corner.
They do have Colt too.
God, I saw Colt be a heel this weekend at GCW. He took the place of Cardona. And he was a heel because Cardona obviously is the asshole, right? And he tried to be the asshole with Statlander and Broski Lloyd, which I think is a great gimmick right now. Anyways, but yeah, for him to try to be an asshole, it just doesn't work. He's too funny. But it was in his hometown of Chicago, and it was cool though because Brett Lauderdale has two line signatures on his checks, so Colt could sign it and his mom could sign it to get it deposited. Okay.
I don't even know how to answer that one. But
well, you gotta get the money in the bank, boys.
That's true. That's true. No pun intended there. But no, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. And if you guys remember, Sting has had interaction with the Bucks in the ring at the first Forbidden Door. They were in a trios match against each other, and he no-sold the super kick and pounded his chest, and the crowd popped huge. So you get a nice one, Shep, there on YouTube. So no, fun day, a fun episode Dynamite again in Daly's place. So I really enjoyed it.
It was a good episode. I think if we're going to compare them, and I don't know if we ever talked about this, if we're going to compare it to Collision, I thought it was a way better show than Collision.
Yeah.
I figured we'd run through each show, then each
okay.
Which
Sorry.
what we thought was favorite. You're fine.
Right.
Just a little spoiler from Shep there. That's all right. But hey, maybe Shep liked Rampage better, even though I bet you Shep didn't watch Rampage this week.
I didn't watch Rampage this week.
You didn't miss much.
I watched the Chili Bowl. I usually read the spoilers of Rampage.
You didn't miss much. Eddie and Wheeler had a decent match to kick it off for the Continental Crown Championship. That's what we're calling it. The official name for it's the Continental Crown. I'm sorry, I just can't get behind Wheeler Yuta. I don't know if it's his voice. I just can't get behind his character.
He was growing on me a little bit, but as more as the BCC goes on, he's like, okay, I could see him just disappear. I could see him strictly staying on ROH. He always wrestles for the pure title. It seems like on their.
He has the pure title. He's
yeah. He beat Shibata, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I'm with you. I can take your leaving.
Yeah.
Kind of rather leaving, but
yeah. But Eddie Kingston beat him, of course, after a match that lasted a little while. We had Swerve beat Matt Sydal, which I mean, I just like that. I like that we saw Swerve and Nana, and we got the dance. I mean, you gotta pop whenever you get that. We saw Akira Shida beat Queen Aminata, I believe is how you pronounce her name. Which she is, I don't think she's got the graphic, but it's reported she's pretty much full with AEW now.
Saw a lot of her in Warrior Wrestling. She's from the Chicago area, so I've seen her in Sky Blue. Actually, read an article with Sky Blue about how like her and Queen came in as extras during the COVID era for AEW. And then I've seen them work actually in South Bend and at a GCW show or at a Warrior Wrestling show. Sorry.
And then the main event was Dark Order with -1 by their side versus Hager and 2.0. But before this,
I did see the hat. I did see the hat segment. I love the hat segment.
The hat. And before this, there was a segment with you got Saraya and Ruby Soho staying with Renee Paquette, and Saraya showing Ruby Soho a video of Cool Hand Ange and Harley Cameron kissing before
on her birthday.
On her birthday, Parker's walking in with cake, and Ruby shoves right in his face, and then he's trying to say it doesn't look like the video is not what it looks like. And what I did like is he comes out with the cake all over him during the match. I was like, that's a pretty good touch.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can. I'm not going to say that. Never mind. I'm going to say it. Fuck it. No. No, let's go
We're
on.
already
Let's go on.
explicit.
No, it's not the explicit thing. I don't want us to get canceled. So.
right.
I just didn't picture Ruby and Cool Hands together. That's just all I'm saying.
I got what you're saying.
You can take what I want to say there. So.
I got what you're saying. Yes, Majin, I agree. Do something with Soraya. Come on.
Mhm.
Put her in a good story. Let's do something.
Guys, do you think she can still work though? I mean,
do.
some of the stuff we've seen, she's just been super sloppy. Maybe it's because she doesn't get a lot of reps. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. And when she came in, I was pumped.
They did make her world champ for a little bit.
They did. It was in her hometown. Her family was sitting in the front. It was kind of the token.
That's
the
true.
Token match, whatever.
Mhm.
But I think she needs some reps. She needs to work once or twice a week. It's not a hard schedule like she had over in Connecticut. Okay, that was a schedule.
Right.
You know, they got it pretty easy right now. She doesn't do any independence, so hopefully she can still go. I mean, she's got to be right around 30, 31, 32.
See.
I mean, she won the championship at 20.
Yeah,
right?
I got it. Did not know her last name was Bevis. Could not told you that.
And Butthead.
She's 31.
Okay, because I think she won the
I'm older than
Divas
she is. She was born in August of '92. I'm older than she is. Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She won the Divas championship when she was 20, right? 19 or 20?
Beat AJ.
AJ, yeah.
Yep. So, and the Dark Order got the win in the main event. I was kind of surprised by that, but it's Daly's place, so I shouldn't have been surprised by that, I guess.
Hey, I'm telling you, I predicted it. Dark Order is going to have a run this year.
You did.
And
You both did.
They're going to have trios.
You both did. So that'd be a big,
I think I got them
bold prediction, right?
Yeah.
You just said win gold, Paul. You didn't specify.
Yeah,
So if they win any kind of gold, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. That was my bold prediction.
Then we got Collision Saturday night from Virginia. I thought this crowd was a pretty hot crowd. Collision. Start off with
it was not to interrupt you. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
This was and they kicked off the show. This was the first time Adam Copeland had ever worked in this building, and there was a ton of signs saying, and there was a lady crying right at the start of the show because he came out, and then there was a guy at the end of the match. He was sitting a hard camera. We saw him the whole time, and he had a yellow sign. And I even saw Copeland at the end of the match goes up and takes a selfie with the guy. But he said, "Hey, first time seeing him in this building and being the first time him in the building." So, and they kicked the show off with him. So,
yeah, with the Cope Open against Lee Moriarty. So once again, he's working with young talent he wants to work with. I like it. I dig it. It's a different variation of what Cody did with the TNT Open Challenge in a way. Of course, Adam got over, but I dig it. I thought
what a spear on Shane Taylor. That might have been the hardest spear he's done in a long time. You got to
do a hard one to take that big boy down.
He speared the shit out of him.
Yep, and I like Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty being together. I think that works well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and as we're talking about Copeland working with the young talent, like he said he wanted to, at least somebody who came from Connecticut and said, "I want to work with all this young talent," is actually doing it.
True.
No shots at Pepsi Phil or anything there.
Well, now Pepsi Phil not necessarily wanted to work with young talent. He wanted to coach and mentor them in the back.
Right.
And his big thing was, I'll go back there and sit, and I expect you to come talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's been shown up to. They say he's been shown up to a lot of NXT tapings, or not tapings. I guess it is a live show, but he just goes and sits in the back, and he's wanting the respect of these young guys and gals to after their match to say, okay, let's
tape study.
Yeah. I think some of the guys in AEW said, I'm just going to walk right past you and go to catering because I don't, who are you? So,
yeah,
a little bit different atmosphere.
I think some took advantage of it, some didn't.
Yeah.
And but
Real
after the match,
go cry me a river.
After the match, Copeland said he's still coming for Christian scrawny ass.
I did like that. I did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got a good video package from FTR and Garcia talking to Lexi Nair. I like Garcia with those two guys.
I like Garcia going a little face now.
Yeah,
the
crowd's getting behind him. The crowd's starting to dig him. So
I now, if you're talking about mid to let's call him a junior heavyweight, because if he was in New Japan, he'd be a junior, right?
Yep.
I'd take him any day of the week over Yuta.
Yeah.
So, and I like the gimmick. I love dipshit on the commentary too.
Daddy Magic's the best.
Daddy,
He's hilarious.
He is awesome on commentary.
Yeah, he is good. This is why I love about the Continental Classic. It helped make Garcia again, because everybody was invested when he was doing the, am I going to be in BCC or JS? Am I a wrestler, sports entertainer? And then after the Jericho group fell apart, he just kind of became a nobody. Nobody really cared. Entertainer. And then this is making us care about him again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No. And
is the dance working for you, Shep? Majin wants to know, is it growing on you?
Ish.
Not
Not really, but ish.
All right.
And I think we all saw the video that came out today after they went off the air, and it was FTR and Orange and them doing the dance.
They do better than Tony does.
And then Adam Copeland came out and took it in a next level. But yeah, I almost thought Garcia maybe was the star of this main event. He looked good. I love the mocking of Malachi.
Yeah.
That was great.
Oh yeah, they all did. I mean, they and I love Malachi giving it back to Garcia, acting like he was good dancing, just flipping him off.
Yeah.
And then when all three members, FTR and Garcia, sit down, Dax gives Buddy the double bird.
Yeah. It went well. This was I thought maybe this was the best match of the week.
Yeah, I agree. That was my favorite match of the week, and we'll get into it. But what do you guys think? I don't really want to cover the match because I didn't care for the match as the Mogul Embassy against Archer and Righteous. But what do you guys think about the Mogul Embassy calling out Bullet Club Gold for ROH Trios tag title match on Dynamite this upcoming week?
I think it's time to send Brian Cage home. The other guys aren't bad, but I think putting the Trios title on Bullet Club Gold it would be really, really good. It would really elevate ROH.
Even if it's the ROH? Okay, you just answered my question. Never mind.
Yeah, I think it help ROH, and it would help these guys. It's a win-win because it puts gold on these guys because I think they deserve it. They're super entertaining. They're super good in the ring. And I'm just talking about the Gun Club, and then Jay White. He speaks for himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it helps them, gives them a little clout, but then it also helps ROH going, man, Jay White's holding an ROH belt right now. That doesn't hurt you at all at ROH. So yeah, I think it's time to make a little switch there.
How about their potential partnership with the Acclaimed?
Oh, the Bang Bang was it Bang Bang Scissor or
Bang Bang Scissor Gang?
Bang Bang Scissor Gang. I loved it.
Talk about selling a lot of shirts.
Yes. I want a shirt. I want a shirt for sure.
And I like what they're doing there because you can tell Colton wants nothing to do with his dad, but Austin Gunn he misses his dad. You can tell with his character. He wants to be with his dad again, and that's what. And then Jay White's kind of in the middle, so I think it's good stuff.
And I think it is. I think we talked about this last week. What great long-term storytelling.
Yes.
Because they were all taken out by the Undisputed Kingdom.
Yep.
Kingdom, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So great storytelling. And eventually,
first of all, we're not a gang.
Eventually, I could see them unifying the Trios title. If especially put ROH on them, they can have their little run together, and then they're both, and they go back at each other, and then because really, I think you could have one Trios champion to go back and forth. So,
Majin, are you talking about long-term storytelling or unifying titles?
Yes.
Yes. Crap, I forgot what I was gonna say. It'll come back to me.
You guys are way too young to forget this memory bullshit. It should be the old guy.
I know. Should be the vet of the podcast, but
the father of the year.
Father of the Year. Yeah,
Hey,
I know what I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
Oh, and Majin says storytelling, so he's leaning into what the IWC tells us. A while back we were told we were gonna stop seeing so many ROH titles on AEW television. And
Yeah, it was Warner.
It's back.
Warner Brothers didn't like it.
It's back again. It seems like.
Fuck them.
What
the hell do they know about wrestling? Let Tony. Tony Khan. He's on coffee. Just coffee. That's it. I promise. Nothing else. Let him doing that stuff.
Yeah.
You guys just sit there and collect your paychecks for half the shitty TV you produce.
You know what was a good 4-minute match? Dustin Rhodes versus Willie Mack. I enjoyed the hell out of that match.
I'm glad to see Willie Mack.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Willie Mack in a while.
Not for a while.
Nope.
He was. Is he done with Impact or TNA? Sorry,
I think he is.
He had a little run with Impact back then, TNA now.
Yeah.
But I've always enjoyed Willie Mack.
Yeah, and both guys look good, and Dustin gets the win. But of course, later on we see Christian confront Dustin, and he brings up Dusty. Woo!
It's his gimmick. Obviously, I'm sure they talked about it before. It cut hard, but you knew it was coming, and he's just collecting all them kids, man. He wants to be the father. So
they're gonna fight for the TNT title Wednesday night. I'm surprised you could even hear anything during that segment, Shep, because Mama Wang was on TV in her glasses. I'm surprised you could even hear anything during that.
I rewound it twice.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
I just wanted to reach in and just put a hair behind the glass a little bit and see a little face. Mama Wayne.
Well, you will see much more of her Wednesday nights.
We will see her, and hopefully she wears them leather pants again because Papa Shep loves them leather pants on Mama Wayne. But it was good to see. It was good to see my stepson Nick. But because Friday night he reappeared for GCW in their show. I think he was a late ad. They had some travel issues with the lovely weather we're having here in the Midwest. Right? We're in the
you guys don't like this -6 degrees? It was -6 earlier, but -2 degrees.
My balls hair froze.
I'm gonna double check that.
What are you gonna double check? My ball hair?
No.
What?
You said it was -6 earlier, and I said I'm gonna double check that, and then you went into your ball hair. God, it's -2 right now, and it feels like -21, and we're talking degrees Fahrenheit for all you Canadian watchers up there, Majin.
Anyways, but yeah, no, he Brett said Brett Lauderdale, GCW, made a tweet, said, hey, I got some surprises. I had some talent that couldn't fly in. I called some old friends. Nick Wayne shows up, puts on a hell of a match.
Like he always does.
He does. He lays it all out.
We forget that he's 18, 19 sometimes.
I think, yeah. I don't know. I should know when his birthday is. We have a party coming up for him. I got to cook something for him. That's what Mama Wayne wanted me to do. So
got to keep that spray ball around for Majin. Yep. He talked about a match that got a lot more time than I ever thought it was going to, but I'm glad it did because this guy can go. Hangman versus JD Drake.
I like JD Drake in the workhorseman.
Workhorseman, yeah.
Yeah. I thought that. I know they take a lot of L's, but I think that's a great tag team to watch.
He got a lot of time, and this was Hangman's first time wrestling on Collision, which was cool. Of course, Hangman got the win, but I thought JD Drake came out looking like $1 million out of this. So, yeah.
And Shep, to help you out, Nick's birthday is July 10th, and he'll be waiting on that new car for his birthday from his favorite stepdad.
July 10th. Okay.
Who does have a dealership?
I gotta make sure I'm available on July 10th, but I do anything for Mama Wayne. I guess I gotta fly to Spokane, Washington, or whatever the hell they live.
Yeah, I think that's how you should know, but I think that sounds right.
I don't know. Maybe I can build him an extra room in the man cave. I don't know. Come on, in.
House call.
Drive out there with his new car.
Hey, she gives me a lot of house calls, and I got to obey them. So when the phone rings,
Duty calls.
Duty calls. Just you guys didn't know, but Mama Wayne does. But thank God I'm double jointed in the hips.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, man.
I've got another rabbit hole we'll go down after we get done with the
right.
rest of our coverage.
We're getting there. Deonna Purrazzo made her entering AEW debut against Red Velvet. Could see Red Velvet back in the ring. Deonna gets the win, but thought this was a good women's match. Both these women can go.
Mhm.
Both of them, they can go. I think they're Red Velvet, super athletic. Enjoy watching her, and Deonna. I'm really excited that we're going to see.
She's a great pickup for that women's division.
Yeah.
This women's division, if they end up getting Mercedes, which it looks like, I know Paul, you don't care for Mercedes. It's just gonna keep elevating this division. Now they just gotta get time.
Yeah,
it's what's best for business, so I'm okay with it.
God damn it, pal.
You know what though? Mercedes can go. She's had some really good matches, and I know we're not an NXT podcast. Sorry, Mr. Canadian guys, but I thought one of the best matches when her and Bailey.
Oh my God! In Brooklyn, right?
In Brooklyn, they sold out. Yeah, that show. And then if you remember at Monday Night Raw, Mercedes and Charlotte had a hardcore match. That was freaking awesome. Mm-hmm. Those two girls kicked ass, and so I know Mercedes can go. So I want to see, but here's the thing. They get.
I think she's Connecticut bound.
I think she is too. I think you'll see her in the next.
But Camille's a hell of a talent, though.
She's way too big of a build. Her and Jade. Imagine them
that'd be good. That'd be good NXT feud.
Yeah. But the people in Connecticut, the talent in Connecticut, they have way more reps than we're seeing, and that's what I'm worried about.
Because they have developmental.
Right, but I'm worried that we're going to see Mercedes show up, and she hasn't. I know she's been injured, but even before that, we hadn't seen her wrestle but twice on 2 New Japan shows, and they were so far apart. She had a little ring rust. Okay,
that's a good point.
I think it's a real thing.
Yeah,
and so you bring these super talented individuals in, but sometimes they don't perform to their peak.
Right.
It's just like. Tanner, you and I play golf. I haven't swung a club in 60 days. If I go play tomorrow, I should not expect.
I haven't done it since August.
Yeah, I should not expect to shoot a good score.
Nope,
I haven't done it.
Got to get the reps in. Got to muscle memory.
That's the only thing that I have consistently done since golf season quit is I consistently drink.
And you bowl.
I bowl too, yeah. And I suck this year bowling. God,
really?
I'm 20 pins below average.
Well, it's that partner of yours. He's bringing you down.
But I'm consistently good at this because of the reps.
And you're a good podcaster. You're a good podcaster.
Well, you
do that every week.
I do that every week.
That's true. That's true. Paul, looks like we got another one agreeing with you there. Keeping his opinions on Mercedes to himself there. So, but yeah, this was my match of the week. I think it was Shep's match of the week. I don't know if it was Paul's match of the week, but the main event of Collision, the trios match between House of Black, FTR, and Daniel Garcia. It got about 25 minutes. I loved it. I thought it was so good.
Yes.
Well, first of all, anytime you have a match with FTR in it, and I know
they're colliders, man. They're colliders.
You're going to say, "Oh, you big Mark." Yeah, that's fine. I'm an FTR Mark from day one.
I'm a Cody Mark, so
Yeah, no, it's all good. I just the way they do their story, like the little things that they do for their partners, like towards the end when they had a chaotic where everybody was kind of getting their finish in, and I think it was Buddy Matthews, might have been Black coming off the rope. And Dax comes in and he pushes Cash away and he takes the drop kicker. He takes the I can't remember what it was, but it's like that little things. And that's the stuff Dax always preaches on is the little things of tag team wrestling. Like I went in there and I took it for my partner.
Yep.
I pushed him out of the way. I saved him. That shit there is awesome. And that just makes it. So, little things like that.
Yeah, I like FTR. Garcia's growing on me. I like House of Black a lot. I like all three of those guys. I think they can go make everything look realistic. I wish we would get some singles action out of Malachi. I mean, he's so talented. I wish we could get some singles gold, but I don't know where that fits in the long term plan.
Do you almost have to? Do you almost have to break him up? And I'm not saying disband House of Black,
Right.
but take Buddy
Mhm.
and
Brody.
Brody. Take Buddy and Brody. Put the ROH tag titles on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Saying they're not
Or
in the
the
house.
AEW tag team title
Or
instead
the-
of
yeah,
Starks
yeah.
and Big Bill.
Thank you. Good point, Tanner. You're a smart guy.
I try.
Big deal.
What a fucking idiot. Not you, Paul. Not you, Paul.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I was talking about Big Bill, his fucking boots and.
I'm just
dumbass
here to be
jeans.
wrong, Shep. So it's okay.
No, yeah, you're the wise man.
Otherwise,
But they could still be in a faction, but that separates them because they're going to have to defend those titles away from Black, and that lets him go do his own thing.
yeah, I
Okay.
just can't believe we didn't see him in a singles competition at all last year. It just blows my mind.
I mean, would love to see him in Orange. Love to see him in Kingston. I mean, there's a. I mean, you could. God, can you imagine him and Swerve? Did they ever work together in NXT ever?
I don't think so.
I know they were probably passing each other in and out.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him and Swerve work together. So yeah, ton of potential.
I think you just answered that there, Shep, from Majin, but not necessarily you don't want them to split up.
I don't want them to split up. I want
in
them
their
to
own programs. A little bit.
I want them to be a faction, but I want them to separate out. Like I said, put a tag team belts on Brody and Buddy, and let them do their own thing, and then let Black do his own thing, and then he can, Malachi can do his own thing, but still be in a faction. It can work. It can work.
Well, we saw Brody in the Continental Classic, and we've seen Buddy do some singles matches. That's why it's with Andrade. That's why it's frustrating to me that we haven't seen Malachi do anything.
I think, and you can look this up. You can fact check me on this. Right after Malachi signed with AEW, and so did Brody. I think they went to Pro Wrestling Guerrilla out in California, and they won tag team gold out there.
You are right.
I don't know how long it lasted, or if they're even.
As the Kings of the Dark Throne, I believe, is what they call themselves when they tag.
Yeah. So again, there can be a program where you can still all clump them together. Just have them doing their own program individually. So
as Steffi says down here, what do you do with Julia if they split?
Julia as Malachi's valet would be just perfect. She does her own thing and has her own matches, and she is getting very good. Okay,
she's the perfect example of what you're talking about, Shep. She's part of the House of Black, but she's off on her own.
She's doing her own
much
thing.
more than she is with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's still around, and we like seeing her, but she's out doing her own thing. Perfect. Do that with Buddy and Brody.
Yep. But House of Black go over in this match, which is good because I didn't want to see him take another L. But afterwards, we see we see Daddy Magic get his head taken off by a kick from Malachi, and then he wanted to take them all three on by himself. And then we saw the faces even it up with chairs. So good stuff. So it's not over. That feud's not over yet.
No.
I think we get. I think we see that match again at Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We got a long ways to go to Revolution, March 3rd, but you're probably right. Then we led right into Battle of the Belts. We actually got the first little action while Collision was going off there. I like that. I like that lead in. I thought it was good. Sammy and Jericho or like Sex Gods versus Big Bill and Ricky Starks. I actually really enjoyed this street fight. I will say it. I actually really enjoyed this. I liked how they actually fought out on the streets outside the arena, fought backstage, then came into the arena itself. I enjoyed it.
Okay, you bring up street fight. Again, I did not get to catch this because of my DVR, and I'm on basic cable, ancient stuff, so I don't have that fancy shit you guys do.
Yeah, okay.
You bring up Street Fight. Did you
Yeah.
listen to any of Busted Open this week?
I listened to bits and pieces of some of their podcasts this week.
So Tuesday would have been Dreamer, probably the king of the street fights, right?
Yeah.
Monday night, our boy Cody had a street fight with Shinsuke
Okay, Nakamura.
Oh, cha, 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 cha. Anyways, that's me. I shouldn't do that.
You could have made it a whole lot meaner. So
That's
we'll
true.
take
That's
that.
good.
true.
That's good. That's good. Don't worry about it.
Shep's being nicer in 2024.
I'm being nicer. I am. I love everybody. I really do. I love making fun of people, but I love
Except
everybody.
Brian
who takes
Cage.
me. Fuck Brian Cage.
And Big Bill.
Fucking jeans and fucking Timberlands like you're a fucking rapper. Really? Good Lord. You're a white guy with long hair. Don't wear Timberlands. Jesus. You're not Jay-Z.
Took a heck of a spot in the car.
I was thinking it reminds me more of Crime Time.
That I did like that.
Because that's their whole gimmick. It was
Timberlands and they called themselves Crime. It was great. It was a good little gimmick.
Rest in peace, the Big Shep.
Yo.
That's true. Yep. Yeah. R.I.P. Anyways, Tommy Dreamer. So Nakamura and Cody had a street fight. Okay. What did you see them boys wear to the ring?
Probably wrestling gear. I didn't watch it.
Paul, you are correct. They had their gear on, like they were going to have a typical match. What kind of gear did you see Les Sex Gods and Big
T-shirts, jeans?
They wore street clothes.
Yeah, street clothes like you normally do.
Yeah, and so that was Tommy's point. Like, look, man, back in the day, Dusty Rhodes would love the bull rope matches, the street fights. And what Dusty wear? He wore a pair of blue jeans and cowboy boots. Taped his fist up. Let's go have a fight.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, as much as I bitch about Big Bill or whatever, I love the touch of them guys wearing street clothes. Where we had a street fight on Monday night. You know, millions of people watching, and these guys had wrestling gear on. That's the little things that people don't see and appreciate about TK, and I'm going to give him the credit on that. Right? I'll bitch at him when I think he screws up, but I think stuff like that. I think that was his doing. You know, little nuances like that.
Yeah,
dude,
and
he's right. He's right on. He is the smartest Canadian right next to Marty McSwirly. McSwirly. I said Swirly, didn't I?
Yeah.
Well,
anyway. And that's another thing that has become of WWE and street fights over there. The most normally they go is around the ring, maybe up the ramp, occasionally backstage. But, you know, you've gotten away from the days of slamming each other on cars and through cars and off of things. And I remember in the 90s, Michaels was in a street fight and there was a damn New York City taxi cab involved in it.
Yeah. And what was in the Attitude Era? Then they Al Snow and Hardcore Holly were fighting outside the
Al
arena.
Snow and the Boss Man.
Or
Big Boss Man, yeah.
In the snow in the water.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And
now you just get kind of dumbed down. No really weaponry in WWE. No blood. No blood. No you color. Can't. No, it's bad. No color bad.
Well, you don't need to get no. Never mind.
But I enjoyed the street fight. I thought it was good. I thought there were some fun spots like Big Bill choke slamming Jericho into the landscaping outside was pretty good. Then Jericho flipping Big Bill or suplex Big Bill on the car.
Sammy's wall flip was good.
That was stupid athletic.
That was awesome.
Then he got some cheesiness, but it was funny of Ricky using the plunger on Jericho's face. There, you could tell they were just. Ricky picks up the Christmas decoration, throws it. They were just finding whatever they could. The spot with the powerbomb with Big Bill and Jericho after Takeshita hit Jericho with the kendo stick was a pretty big time spot. If you watch closely, Jericho puts his hand behind his head when he's going down to protect his head. And then Sammy does the moonsault from about 20 feet per se. And Powerhouse Hobbs pulls Ricky out of the way, and that's how Ricky and Big Bill retain. Sammy's wife wasn't thrilled with him doing that.
No.
He does a lot of those big
He
spots.
said he said on the Chris Van Vliet podcast, he's still gonna do big spots, but he's gonna be more careful with them as far as maybe not do them as often. Kind
Well,
of pick his spots better. Now that
the-
he's a dad, he said he's gonna.
you can tell the way he landed on the stage. That was a
Yep.
prepared surface for him.
Right.
Whether there's cardboard boxes or whatever in there.
Right.
Because if it was a normal hard stage, he would have bounced about 5 feet back up in the air.
Right.
Like Gumby. But
yes.
The effects there, right?
Yep.
So him doing those big spots, him always going, it's like I'm crazy, in the ladder match and stuff like that. It's good. It's his persona. I like Sammy a lot. One of the things when we started, or when you invited me to this podcast, I think I bitched about him a lot as well. But the more and more I've watched, the more and more I've grown to like him as well. He's one of those guys. I put him right there with Orange Cassidy. I used to make fun of Orange when you guys had me on here. I'm like, I still call him Pockets. I think it's hilarious. But the more I have watched him, because let's be faced over the last year, how many times have he kicked off Dynamite? A lot. And he puts on a banger of a match. And sometimes the guys he's working with, he is 15 times more talented than them, but he carries them, and it's a great match. So I'm sold on him. Mm-hmm. Sammy's kind of getting the same way. I always go back to that ladder match with him and Cody. What a freaking
bump.
Oh my God.
Cutter. He talked about that on the Chris Van Vliet, which if anybody's watching or listening, if you don't listen to Chris Van Vliet, you need to do so. He does a really good job on Insight with Chris Van Vliet's his podcast. And Sammy, he said he didn't even really rehearse that with Cody. So when he jumped up in the air, like midway in the air, he's like, "Oh my God, I got a good jump. This is actually gonna work." And then it was just clean as clean could be. So, and he said he talked about the Matt Hardy match, the awful 2020 All Out match.
Oh.
They didn't get to a planned spot because of everything that went down. Sammy, and he didn't say where or how, or he was supposed to jump off of Daly's place somewhere. That was supposed to be the big spot at the end. He was gonna somewhere outside. He was gonna jump off the damn facility, but they didn't get to it because of everything that went down.
Speaking of that, what do you think? Reeby's doing tonight, huh?
That was the other rabbit hole I was going to get to at the end of our coverage.
Yeah, Matt.
Hey, she might give Mama Wayne a little run for her money. You know what I mean?
She scares the shit out of me. She does. She's scary, man.
Hey, I'm gonna say this just because I have a little more experience than you two.
I know
jackalopes.
Yeah,
they're all crazy, just some more than others.
It's fair.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Fair. It's weird though. You see her taking shots on Matt. You haven't seen Matt do much, but you keep seeing Matt do these cold plunges on Instagram, and his oldest son's recording them. So he's like, okay, he's still around the kids. I don't know what's going on.
He's still at the house.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So
that house is big enough he could sleep in the basement and be separated.
But the her saying you're never gonna do me dirty again, and her putting an Edge T-shirt on. Holy shnikes! That was. Yeah. I mean, that's the daggers. That's the double-fisted 6-inch knife blades.
Yes, for everybody that's unaware, it looks like on their social medias that Rebby Hardy and Matt Hardy are maybe possibly splitting up. So that's
that's
what we're talking about.
And her TikTok, her last TikTok, and I don't have TikTok, but I think it posted to Twitter, I think is when I sent it to you guys. Her last TikTok said, "Matt, you'll never do me dirty again." And she turns around and she's sliding down a Edge T-shirt, which we all know Edge took Lita away from Matt in real life back in the day.
It's not gonna. My camera sucks too bad, but I haven't watched it yet. But 5 hours ago, she replied to somebody's comment with a video that says Team Matt personally. So
Majin, I did see that too. Word is he supposedly cheated. That's the word out on the streets. Yeah. Which if he did that, he's just asking to die pretty much. So
he's got seriously. Listen,
he's got 5 kids.
I was going to say 4. He has 5.
And I think 5, and I think they weren't rolling out a 6th the way Matt talked not too long ago.
Listen, you know how much that would cost that dumbass
A lot of money.
I've been through one divorce with no kids, and I'm thinking, I got 2 kids now. And if I went through divorce now, I'd be doing this podcast from the back of my pickup truck in a sleeping bag and a pillow because that's all I have left.
You got 2 kids and a stepson, so you got 3. So
Well, I guess I could move to Spokane, Washington, and snuggle up to Mama Wayne, but she'd have to support me. She'd have to be my cougar.
Yeah,
my sugar cougar, and support me.
There you go. But
good thing I'm double jointed at the hips. It'd make it worth it for her.
There you go, man. We're all talented in our own ways.
We are. Never mind. You know what? Why am I've caught myself twice tonight. Maybe I need to drink more. I don't know.
I don't know if anybody being more depth than an old nature boy there.
Yeah, I mean, Flair's got
7 divorces or something
with 7 wives, and
well, he's making all that money off
homes and
Woo Wings.
Woo
I mean, who did have their own chicken named after him? He's got his Woo Wings, his Flair drip. He's got his own cannabis. He's got his own
energy drink.
He's got his
all
own
over the place.
Yeah, which I love that his energy drink is paying AEW to let Flair appear. I love it. That's great.
I might have to try to find a can of that to bring it on the podcast. I haven't seen
thought
it.
about it, but
have you seen it anywhere? I have not seen it.
I have. You got to remember, we live in northern Indiana, boys. We're pretty secluded.
I live in the second biggest city in the state, so I should be able to find it somewhere. I just got to look.
Oh, look at you, Paul. Is he flexing on us?
Oh my god!
Oh, I live in the second biggest city in the state. Look at me.
First time anybody flexing on somebody's name on the podcast.
9:54 and 19 seconds p.m.
Whoa!
No idea what I just asked my device back here, but it's talking to me.
Wow. Wait, are you an Alexa player there, Tanner?
Yeah, I got we have 3 of them, and I think it thought I asked what time it was because it just.
Hey Alexa, play Pornhub. Oh damn! You got headphones on. Shit.
All right.
It was worth a shot.
All right, we got a
6-pack. If you go to Woo Energy and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 O's, wooenergy.com, 6-pack, $20. They've got dragon
actually that's
fruit,
cheaper than
lemon,
I figured it would be.
Strawberry, banana.
I got yelled at for drinking Prime on here, and that was our most popular short we've ever had. I got yelled at.
Who yelled at you for? Was that? Of course, the logo
mushroom blend.
The Pauls are assholes, by the way, but yeah.
What the? This thing's making all kinds of noises at me now.
Unplug your headphones for 1 second. Let me try this. I think I can make this work.
Let's not. What a rabbit hole we just went down for a while.
But yeah, $20 get you a 6-pack of Woo Energy.
And they'll ship it plus shipping or what?
I don't know. I didn't throw it in the cart.
I mean,
because it's a mushroom blend. This scares me. Mushroom blend. What am I buying?
Mushroom blend.
The bottom of each can says mushroom blend.
What?
Yeah.
Well, maybe
this concerns me.
The other matches on Battle of the Belts we saw Julia Hart defeat Anna Jay in a pretty good match for the TBS title. Anna Jay, I know Paul's a big fan of her. She's proven she can really go in the ring. And then we saw Orange Cassidy defeat Preston Vance to retain his international title, but the Undisputed Kingdoms, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, and Roderick Strong came out, and Roderick Strong made his intentions clear. He wants that title from Orange. So,
all right, I'm going to share my screen with you guys here real quick.
Somebody needs to spray Majin. Spray him down.
Oh, Tanner, you got to add it. You took my
got it right here.
Yeah. Read the stuff that is in this, all right? Lion's mane, Kodri Kips, Chaga, Turkey Tail, Maitak, and Red Rishi mushroom blend. That's your mushrooms.
Those are all different. Yeah, Shiitake
ages
mushrooms.
Are any of
ages
them
18 and up.
any of them special mushrooms?
Dude, just look at those cans. Look at Flair back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to order some of these. They're $10 off right now. You can save $10. I'm a bargain shop.
Yeah. 12-ounce can, 6-pack, $20. 3 flavors there if you
it's
get
got
the variety pack.
It's got natural antioxidants. I mean, I'm a health nut. Look at me. Non-jittery energy focus without the crash. It's because I'm gonna be stoned the whole time, tripping out on
For
mushrooms.
ages 18 and up. That's what gets me. Ages 18 and up.
Yes, get the spray from Majin, please.
Oh boy,
Yes.
here we go. I'm buying it with Apple Pay right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Man, he's beating us to the punch.
Yeah, he is.
We're gonna have to all try to get some by next week.
I wouldn't show this around, but it has my credit card number. Oh, there it is. All right, there, boys. There it is. I can't see it.
Too much of a glare. Can't see nothing.
There it goes.
Purchased. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, Austin.
$25.99 after taxes and
After
shipping.
taxes and
Still
shipping.
Not bad.
All right, I might have to get myself some.
If it's here next Sunday, I will drink one before the podcast, then drink one on the podcast. If I trip
Jesus.
out, if I trip out and fall over, I'm gonna mix it with vodka. By the way,
Oh,
if I trip out, I've never done mushrooms in my life. I've never done acid in my life. I've never done drugs, obviously. Well, besides marijuana, that was back in the day. Whatever. Everybody's done marijuana, but well, most people have, I think. Yeah. So I've never done anything more than alcohol and a couple gummies here and there. So God look down on me. Hopefully I don't trip out and walk around with a race car helmet on my head and my underwear saying, I'm on fire. I'm on fire, Ricky Bobby.
I hope you do, because we're going to go viral and we're going to blow up and be huge.
Well, I got the race car helmets in the back. I don't wear tighty whities, but I can next week if you guys want me to. I'm on fire.
I will
watched
bring
that
you
movie
the
the other day. I
retired
love that
KOP championship just to do this.
I have a replica NWA 10 pounds of gold belt I can wear.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. It's over there.
I've never seen that. That's cool.
No.
I do have a replica one.
That's cool.
Learn something new every day.
Drunk Amazon purchase when I found a guy that was making replicas. So, and it's a pretty good one. It's not the best, but it's a pretty good one. So
I just got to wear this for a little bit.
yeah.
I think I hope your shoulder falls off.
Tanner cheats.
You got some Ricky Bobby comments here. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Tom Cruise.
I think he said help Oprah Winfrey's another one too, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good movie.
That's a great movie. Cool. You know, I do wake up in the morning and I piss excellence, Paul. I'm just saying I do.
Walker, Texas Ranger. TR, as we like to call him. All right. What was your guys' favorite?
If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you. All right, sorry.
Favorite show of the week and rating.
Shep, have at it.
Favorite show of the week was Dynamite for sure. Enjoyed it a lot. I'm going 7.9.
7.9. Good rating.
Okay. Dynamite was my show of the week this week. And I was close to Shep, but I can't be the same and I can't be right beside him, so I'm going to go 7.7.
7.7.
I'm the high guy right now. I'm not high. I'm the high rating.
Well,
I will differ. I'm going to go Collision, just because of the main event. I really like the main events.
Yeah.
I also like Dustin Rhodes and that was on. No, that was in Collision. Dustin Rhodes and Willie Mack.
Yeah.
And the stuff with Christian and the Dusty references and the Cope Open. I just wanted to differ, and I thought the Virginia crowd was hot, and maybe not as hot as the Daily's Place crowd on Dynamite Wednesday, but I'll go right in the middle of both. I'll go 7.8.
Okay.
Make Shep the high guy tonight.
I don't think that's ever happened in the history of me being on the show that I was the highest rating guy of the show, of any show. But I'll take it.
Yep.
I'll take it. Hey, like I said, I wake up in the morning and I piss excellence, boys, so I might as well be the high one.
All right, excellent pisser. Who's your wrestler of the week?
Now, my wrestler of the week.
Is he going to do what he usually does, Paul?
My wrestler of the week, and I picked him last week, right? But I'm gonna have to pick his partner this. My wrestler of the week is Dax.
All right, there he goes.
And it's just the way he does his matches, the little things. You cannot I don't know if there's a better all around professional wrestler right now than Dax Harwood. Yes, he's a tag team. He's never going to be in the top 5 of the PWI, right? Because he's not a Roman Reigns. He's not a Cody. He's not a John Moxley. But the stuff he does just makes me want to watch him every week. There's my rest of the week.
All right.
Paul?
Well, I'm doing this before Tanner gets a chance to. I'm close to you, Shep. I'm going to go Daniel Garcia.
I wasn't doing that anyway, so.
I can't do the dance. That's all you're going to get from me.
Well, I will go, even though Collision was my show of the week and the main event was my favorite match of the week. I'm going to go to Dynamite for my wrestler of the week and Battle of the Belts. I'm going with Sammy Guevara. My wrestler of the week. Sammy got a big win over Ricky. I thought he stole the show in the street fight, even though he's on the losing side. And no, I like what I'm seeing out of Sammy. I mean, I've always enjoyed his in-ring work. His character work's been here or there for me. They've flipped him so many times facing heel. Like I've said, he's the big show for AEW as far as flipping face and heel. But hope they keep him face and just split him away from Jericho. They probably won't, but they could do him good if they did.
I feel like him and Jericho getting back connected. I feel like they're always going to be connected.
I know
down the road.
Yeah.
But you can do that with splitting them up for a while, kind of like you were saying with House of Black.
Yeah.
You could, but a little different there because if there's just 2 of them instead of 3, what are you going to do with Jericho, right?
True.
So maybe he continues getting the boos and maybe TK does write him off and gives him a little bit of a break to try to let that, calm down, I guess would be the word I'm going to say. I want to say bury it or get it under the sheets.
I just wish, and I know Tony addressed the rumors in the World's End post media scrum when he was wearing the stupid hat and sunglasses and stuff, but I wish he'd come out more seriously. And if there's nothing to it, like you said earlier, Shep, just address it
and move it on. Yeah.
But
hey, look, let's be honest. We've done an investigation. There's been multiple investigations. None of them have had conclusive evidence.
Yep. He
is Chris Jericho. He is clean as clean can be. And let's move on and talk about
the longer you don't, if it's fair or not, it's gonna make your fans speculate that there is something to it.
Two, if there's something there, okay. We're in a world nowadays where if there's something there should already be lawsuits pending, lawsuits in the works, going after Jericho, and there's not. So
that we know
that we know of that haven't hit the public eye, but the big one is the female talent, Smiley Kylie. Am I saying that right?
Kylie Ray.
Yeah. She worked for WWE. She worked for AEW. She worked for Impact. She's on the Independents a couple times. But yet we haven't seen anything legally from her.
Right.
So, hey, if it's true, there should be some legal action taken, and we should move on. It's a sensitive subject nowadays, and I 100% agree with it. So I just hope Jericho's 100% clean like he is saying he is.
Yep. So, but another good week of Dynamite action. Had a lot of shows, a lot to talk about, a lot of good storytelling, a lot of good building with feuds, and it looks like we're gonna get a good card for Dynamite Wednesday night. So a lot of good stuff. But before we wrap up the show, Shep, we teased this to you earlier today in a text message. Paul and I have a little surprise
But
for you.
before you do that, I want to hit what I was going to hit on at the beginning of the show that I forgot, and then I remembered, but I just waited.
Okay.
You guys excited for WrestleMania 75? That Cody entrance of him coming out to finally finish that story looked so good. Can't wait. Only 35 more years and Cody's finally going to finish his story.
If Cody starts sniffing little girls' hair, I quit.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I quit too. I quit too if that happens.
Paul, did I just make you spit a little iced tea out there, did I?
No, I had to wait to take the drink because I would have. But no, I mean,
I did see that. I thought it was funny. I think I sent you guys a reel.
More pyro was Tanner's response.
Yeah, of Triple H and Cody talking back and forth.
Did. I need to find that again.
Yeah, actually, if you can find that and play that, I thought that was exciting.
Well, this goes along perfectly with our surprise. We have it is Cody related. So
all right, it is Cody related.
Let's roll.
Austin, I don't need you listening to Tanner. I don't need you to listen to anybody else. Austin, I know, and I've heard it from your own mouth. You want Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. So do I. So do millions of people. Listen, we love The Rock. We respect The Rock. Nothing against The Rock. But The Rock's had his time. This is Cody's time. And he needs to finish this story at WrestleMania 40. I said it, and I know, Austin, you're probably with me. If it's not Cody and Roman, the main event at WrestleMania 40, I'm not going to WrestleMania. I'll be in Philadelphia. I got the busted open party, but I am not entering that building if Cody Rhodes is not in the main event of WrestleMania 40 against Roman Reigns. Okay? He needs to win the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, and it needs to be Roman Cody at WrestleMania 40, okay? Austin, you and me, buddy. We're in this together. I don't care about anybody else. You and I, we're going to go together. We're going to sit together at WrestleMania 40.
So I got seats next to LaGreca?
Yeah.
That part popped me because I'm like, what? I didn't expect that part.
LaGreca DM me. I'll fly out there. I'll drive out there. I'll sit next to LaGreca at WrestleMania 40. Awesome. Yeah, LaGreca's right. LaGreca is freaking right. I've said it from day one. Thank you guys for doing the cameo, by the way. I appreciate that.
I don't know why my boy Dave took a shot at me because I've been saying Cody needs a main event the whole time. And come on, Dave.
Yeah, and I'm the one who said, welcome to the mid-card, Cody. So, I mean, he should have been taking a shot at me. But, hey, I'll take, Tanner's the scapegoat.
Cheers to David LaGreca. And I'll give him a little bit of I'm going to give him the rub. Professional wrestling, podcasting was okay, but it was never on the mainstream. When he got his show on XM radio, which is the only satellite radio provider in the United States of America. I don't know outside this country because I never leave this damn country.
Unless Mama Wayne wants you to.
Oh, Mama Wayne, me and her down in Cancun. Can you imagine what the hell we do down there? Holy shit, the margaritas would be flying. I love margaritas too, by the way. Anyways, Mama Wayne loves the margarita. You think that? Hey, you think her?
Yeah, Paul.
I don't think her bathing suit cover all of her butt cheeks. Just to let you know, I bet she wears one of them little skimpy ones where goes up to right there. Anyways, David LaGreca had the vision to get this show on satellite radio where everybody can listen, and I think he has brought relevance. Is that a word? Relevance? Yeah, relevance is a word to professional wrestling, and then I think it has snowballed to make these podcasters, us, I'll put us in there, even better. because he has a produced show every week that is very, very good. He has some unbelievable minds on that show in Bully Ray, Mark Henry, Tommy Dreamer, Thunder Rosa. And it's enjoyable to listen to every day. I mean, I'll be honest. If I'm in my office doing paperwork and stuff, I put the show on. You know, if I don't have to interact with people, which I don't like to interact with people, I'm not a people person.
Nah, I'm not either.
I am a people person. But anyways, if it's just me in my office working, doing, everyday work, I have that show on listening to it. If I'm in my truck driving somewhere, I'm listening to it. That's what I listen to from 9 to 12.
It's very entertaining.
So thank you, David LaGreca, for doing what you do. I'm happy I'm happy for your success. Thank you for the cameo. And yes, if we don't get Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, night 2 of WrestleMania, fuck off.
I'm putting the E up. That next podcast we do, it's just right there, ready to go.
Yep.
Yeah, and Dave was on my mind earlier tonight because I know he's a big Cowboys fan, and that was rough for all them Cowboys fans out there. So
wow, let's go Packers.
If Cody doesn't main event WrestleMania on top of the Cowboys losing, Dave might just absolutely melt down.
So I have no affiliation with the Cowboys or Packers, right? I'm a Colts fan, but I do like to sports bet a little bit, and I had in my mind I was thinking it's at Jerry's place, it's inside. The Packers are barely squeaked in the playoffs, even though I do like Jordan Love a lot.
Yeah, he's good.
I'm actually sitting at this bar right now, and my 3-year-old son sitting next to me eating a snack, and I said, "Hey, Hudson," I said, "Packers or Cowboys?" He goes, "Packers." I put the bet on the Packers. I'm not letting myself pick a sports bet the rest of the playoffs. Now, unfortunately, this game behind us.
What score?
I don't know.
Rams Lions. It's 24-20.
Yeah, 24-20.
Lions lead.
Yep.
I took Detroit because he was already in bed. I should have asked him earlier. And I think the line was 3.5.
Did you ask him yesterday on the Cleveland-Houston game? Sorry, Paul. I had to. My team didn't make the playoffs, but I had to.
That was pretty harsh, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. As you know, I'm trying to get geared up and ready for my wrestling show that I was at last night. And Tanner's like, ha, pick 6, ha, another one, ha.
Joe Flacco woke up. I felt bad.
Yeah, I got Lions minus 3.5, and they're winning by 4 right now. So
Michael said, "Those how I've missed this trio." We've missed you, Michael. I know you were one of our
Welcome
loyal
back,
listeners and viewers, so appreciate it. Yeah, we've moved nights, if you didn't already know, to Sundays at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So
yeah.
Sunday.
I didn't think you jackalopes could get me drunker before, but then you moved it on a Sunday when I can start drinking at 11 a.m.
Well, YouTube likes themselves some Sunday Night Shep, let me tell you. So,
boy, I'm gonna finish this podcast and go tell Mama Wayne.
Mama Wayne.
Yeah, me and Mama Wayne. God, she's something.
Mama Hardy or Mama Wayne?
Oh, yeah, Mama Hardy she slit my throat.
Yeah, she'd kill me.
Yeah, I'm scared. Next week, Mama Rebby. Yeah, she'd be sitting here and I'll be buried in the backyard.
It's true. It's true.
Of course, I think is she a redhead?
I don't know what she naturally is, but no, she's not. She's Latino, isn't she? Or
she's spicy.
So
yeah, so I don't think she'd be a redhead then. I don't know.
She's spicy.
What a rabbit hole. We went down a couple interesting ones tonight. So, anything else you guys want to cover before I let the wise men wrap us up?
I'm just gonna say that I'll agree with Shep there. Those gothic girls, I mean, they are something special.
Sunday night show, discount porno.
And actually, I found an old picture of her where she does appear to have red hair.
Oh boy, that explains it all. Explains it all.
So
Sorry.
she's
Poor Matt.
Latino.
She's Latino
She's a
and redhead.
Latina
Hey,
and a
Matt,
redhead.
Matt liked the Matt and Lita were thing. She was redhead.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Before she
Hey.
went Gothic.
Hey, a Latino redhead, her booby milk's going to have 1,000 Scoville units.
Put her on Hot Ones.
Yeah.
Oh shit! What are we doing, boys?
I don't know. I've lost control. I've lost control.
Yeah. I mean, am I gonna have to do another Mary kiss date thing
not
again
tonight.
for you, Shep?
Not tonight.
No. Well, I mean, we could. But
Mama Wayne, Rebby, Rhea.
what is
Throw
it
in
now?
Gothics.
Let's start that over. It's Mary, kiss,
Date.
kiss, Mary, kill, right?
It should be, but we're gonna try to. We're not going too explicit here. So
I don't want to kill
Why?
anybody.
We're already way explicit. This is the more F-bombs than we've ever had on the podcast.
I don't want to kill
pornos and
anybody.
buttholes and.
I didn't bring up the buttholes. I'm just saying. Sorry. I tried to get Pornhub on Tanner's TV behind him. I forgot he had headphones on. I thought it was kind of funny. Actually, here I'm going to give you my own. I want to marry Sky Blue, date Mama Wayne, and get rid of Rebby. How about that? Get rid of
All
her.
right.
Didn't want
So you replaced Rhea Ripley with Sky Blue.
Sky Blue, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Sky Blue is.
All right.
She's got the she can make the clap, if you know what I mean. She can make it clap. I'm just saying she can.
Not even touching it.
Where's the lie?
Exactly.
And I predicted her to win the TBS championship.
You did, yes.
So
Mhm.
she's a hell of a talent as well.
Hell of a talent. Yep.
Hell of a
Yes,
talent.
she is. And with that, I think it's time to wrap this bad boy up
I'm empty.
Before we get down any other rabbit holes and this starts to become black holes. So with that, be sure to follow the Kicking Out Podcast on all social media at Kicking Out Pod. Be sure to check out the Kicking Out Podcast merch store. Buy the merch, you marks. It's kickingOutshop.com. You can get this cool little KOP hoodie I got on.
Your hat?
I can't get the hats right now.
No.
Not
Hats are
Sorry.
Paul and Tanner exclusives. You can't,
Yeah, for now.
unfortunately, get another one, but you can get a sock cap. This is KOP.
Good. I'm good.
Check out kickingOutshop.com. Get a good stuff pal from Tanner 319.
Hold on. Not to interrupt
Yes,
you, Paul.
Mr. Mama Wayne.
You can't get the hats. Can you call Reho and have them fire up the factory again, or what?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, tell her to get to work or what? All right, go ahead. I'm done.
This was made in America, just so we're clear.
Oh,
It
my
took
head
like
hurts.
2 days to get to my house once it's shipped.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Good Lord. But check out kickingOutshop.com. It's your place to get great merchandise and support a great podcast while looking great. Be sure to listen to the Kicking Out Podcast wherever it is you listen to your Kicking Out Podcast, or listen to your podcast, and if that happens to be Apple Music, give us that 5-star review because we are 5-star KOP. Be sure to follow Tanner Lee on all social media at TannerLee92. Be sure to follow Mr. Mama Wayne at the Shep27, and be sure to follow myself, the Wise Man, at Paul Zartman 921. And with that, for Tanner Lee and Austin Shepard, I'm Paul Zartman. Join us again next week as we kick out yet another podcast.